cleaning and restoration.
Happy Wednesday, Ohio Valley. Waking up to some cloud coverage, but staying dry at the surface. Now, it's something new, a change in pace, but still, it has been a gloomy week. Let's be honest, if you're struggling to get by, I am right there with you. It just feels like it's slowing down this whole week, dragging it out, making it a little bit longer. We're having some dry air right now, but down to the southwest Kingston, over Shawnee, Nelsonville, we'll see some of that rainfall working its way up to us. There is a few storms in there, some lightning being reported as well over Maysville. So that cold front, it is working its way to us, but by the time it makes it to us, this thing's already modified. So let's be honest. We're not really going to tap into the cold air. What we're really going to tap into is that tropical weather, and that's what's traveling all the way up the east coast here. So Tropical Storm Helene, we dive all the way down to the south. We also have to keep in mind with that cold front and that cold air approaching, how is that going to interact with this tropical system? Well, I have all those details here for you right now, so check it out. Right around 60 miles per hour, that's where the gusts are as it makes its way up through Cancun, and then eventually later this morning, right around 8 a.m., it will turn into a Category 1 hurricane. So from there, it moves into Florida and Georgia's coastline, becomes a Category 3 major hurricane right there off the coast of Florida. That's going to cause some problems all the way from Gainesville all the way up to Pensacola, Florida. So if you have family down there, let them know. And then eventually on Friday, we start to see all this cloud coverage linger in. Now the question is, how is this going to interact as that cold front wraps around with it? Just grabbing some of that moisture, how are the two going to play out? So we'll stay on standby and see how that plays out as we get closer to Thursday and Friday as it's making landfall. Rainfall locally, we're not really impacted by it, at least for today. We're just seeing a ½ inch of rainfall, so it's not anything crazy out there. But when we zoom out and look down across the East Coast, check out just how many people are being affected by this tropical system. So Wednesday through Monday, encompassing today's rainfall, but everybody across the East Coast seeing the effects of this tropical system. That puts them anywhere between almost 15 inches, so 10 to 15 inches of rainfall in parts of those yellows and oranges over Atlanta. So that's pretty crazy to think about. Here's the reason why they're seeing that much rainfall. All this cold air off into our west. Like I said, we have to keep an eye on that because how is this going to interact by the time this tries to push into the United States and makes landfall? We can see it just down off the coast, that blue over Florida, but still models are a little bit questionable how that wraps back into the cold air. So over the next 24 to 48 hours, we're just going to see a southwesterly flow dragging up this moisture across the board. A few storms are possible later this morning between 10 and 11 o'clock. And the same can be said right before sunset and dinner time. So by the time we close out the day, expect a few showers, storms out there. And if you're heading to school to take those kiddos to preschool right around 9 or 10 o'clock, I would have an umbrella with me as well. Same for your Thursday morning. We'll start to fizzle out that rainfall Thursday night, but it does return on Friday night. Now, finally, Saturday's clear. We're starting to see that gradual clearing and trending dry. Sunday through Tuesday, those spotty rain showers will return.